Hi, I'm Dr. Larry Ward. I'm a chiropractic physician. What does that mean? How about chiropractic means practice with hands, and physician meaning a doctor that practices general healing as opposed to a surgeon. Physician is a very old word coming from both Greek and Latin roots for physic meaning natural science and medicine. As doctors, we're saying practice because we humans are not all the same. So many times what works for one may not work the same for others, but that's where experience and education come into play as we share commonalities. So with over 800 hours of postdoctorate education, I humbly submit to you some basics that I hope will remind you of what you may already know and have forgotten, or may help you through life as you take charge of yours. Let's talk a minute about health, not disease, for a few minutes. Health is not the absence of disease. On the contrary, it's about the expression of life. It encompasses our whole being, our mind, body, and spirit. It's about balance. It's our busy world today. We see that balance every time we swing by it, right? But to look at it with lack or from the standpoint of dis-ease, well, it creates a climate of fear. It causes us to be defensive, closed off, waiting for the other shoe to drop, so to speak. It doesn't do justice to our innate qualities, our ability to face obstacles, adapt to change, thrive, etc. These are the qualities of life, life-giving forces, not life-taking. In those changing times that we're in right now, we need to be intentional or mindful in most all that we do. It's so easy to lose sight of our goals, let go of taking care of ourselves, going through what I call the stinkin' thinking blues. This can become life-taking energy that leads us into despair and worse. Being mindful or intentional, these are not just buzzwords. They're a state of mind. It's about being aware of self and others. Mindfulness is acceptance of your current state, of breath, of thoughts, of ergonomics or body positioning. It is tuning into your inner self, your inner sense of well-being or lack thereof, and recognizing sensations around you such as light, breeze, familiar smells, etc. Those with hypersensitivity seek to tone these down, but for most of us we forge ahead without regard to those little distractions. If we can tap into that energy of awareness, it's proven to be of benefit and aid for everything from pain control to reduction of anxiety, reduction of stress, everything affecting all aspects of our lives. Our technological state today is a kind of a kiss and a slap. We have at our disposal an incredible amount of data and benefit, but we have not considered the toll that it can cost both mentally and physically. I say mentally because we're social animals. We need touch and sensory input. I say physically because we can become complacent and sedentary, leading us to be restless, irritable, and discontent of our lives. I never really considered apps as a healthy outlet until I saw some positive ones. Take a look at one called Calm. This is an aptly named app. It can help sleep at night. It can help better focus in the morning, and a variety of guided imagery type meditations as well. Try another one, 10% Happier it's called. This presents meditation and mindfulness in a simple and practical manner that even most skeptical people can use and appreciate. Check out Stop, Breathe, and Think. This app has exercises to aid different emotional states, has exercises to help with anxiety, depression, and sleeplessness. It has other aspects of mindfulness as well, such as helping build compassion. Still talking about what we can help our mind portion, here are some helpful hints, what I call brain nourishing tips as well. Without getting into deep anatomy, physiology lessons, let me set the stage for this. What we call our sympathetic nervous system, that's the part of us, as you may recall, that's the fight or flight system. Here comes a bear! This gives us the ability to quickly take action, whether to save a life or rapidly respond to stimulus. This is designed for occasional need as an emergency situation may occur, not for long-term function. The body uses glucose, sugar, as an energy source for this quick fix. That everyday function that's supposed standard of daily operation is become standard for us. What we normally should be using is what's called the parasympathetic nervous system. We call this functionality rest and repose. The normal operation in parasympathetic is fat burning, long-term stamina energy. So many of us today stay in that sympathetic nervous system, go, go, go with our hurry, scurry routines. That causes us to burn at a rate that our bodies are not designed to normally operate in. Here are some parasympathetic nervous system helpers to get you back to the normal state. The first one is called a vagal activation exercise. The vagus is a cranial nerve. It has its parasympathetic hand in so many of our organ systems. It can give a calmer help to decrease anxiety, decrease anxiousness. Ready? It's simply gargling. Yes, gargling 15 to 20 seconds will help quell that anxiousness. Doesn't matter what you gargle, it's just the action that changes response. Another is if you start feeling anxious or jittery, jump up and down 50 times. Then drink 8 ounces of water. Repeat this until your brain shifts. Or if you get terribly upset, feeling like you're going to lose it, stick your hands in immediately into ice water for 10 seconds. 5 to 10 seconds at a time, repeated 5 times, helps make that parasympathetic change. If it's persistent, take a cold shower, as this increases dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter that can get imbalanced in that constant fight or flight mode. Dr. Oz has good ideas on his website. He states that 20 minutes of cardiovascular exercise every day has been proven to be as effective as an SSRI drug. That's an antidepressant classification. In the United Kingdom, studies reveal that regular exercise is as effective as 20 milligrams of Prozac or 25 milligrams of Zoloft, more of those antidepressants. How about Dr. Andrew Weil? He's known for helpful breathing exercises. The 4-7-8 or relaxed breath exercise, he calls it. Now, for complete details, Google Dr. Weil. Google his breathing exercises. But bottom line, you breathe in your nose for a count of 4, you hold your breath for a count of 7, and you exhale out of your mouth for a count of 8. If you're doing it correctly, that last little whoosh, pushing out that last breath, relaxes the diaphragm. You do this cycle 3 times, as Dr. Weil says, and it's a natural tranquilizer for the nervous system. And looking at it from a healthy body standpoint, I tend to be one-sided, the side of health, not disease. I'm less concerned with a vaccine that can be politicized and exploited than educating and reminding people that their God-given immune system can adapt if it's not continually polluted or diluted or refuted to be unable to rise to the occasion, lest we forget that the most powerful antibodies, the most reliable system, the best defense has always been a good offense. So says Vince Lombardi of the Green Bay Packers. If our body can figure out what to attack, how to defend, how to memorize and memorize that attacker's plan, it can fight off the offenders if attacked again. The body's so dynamic it can adapt beautifully if not compromised. Unfortunately, our standard American diet, our soda fetish, grab a quick bite here and there, take a pill, quick response type attitude. These attitudes towards our lives take the innate ability away that our body can overcome. Check out food sensitivities with your healthcare practitioner. They may recommend what's called a no-white diet as well. Many of these healthy alternatives exist that don't necessarily give you foods that taste like cardboard. Don't let that stereotype hold you back from looking into it and making positive changes. Make those changes that are life-giving, not life-taking. Look at quality protein sources. Incorporate variables into your diet, not the same old, without getting into specifics, because there's so many ways to boost your immune system. Here are some simple, tried and true directions that have worked for eons of time. Hydrate. The water in your coffee, soda, energy drink doesn't count. Get plenty of quality H2O, green tea, bone broth from good sources. Unless you have issues, work towards half your body weight in ounces. Avoid sugar. Get rid of junk food. It's far worse than a causative factor in weight gain, especially poor immune function and fatigue that most anything else is affected except stress. Stress is the other. Reduce it. As you've heard earlier, gargling 15 to 20 seconds will stop the screaming memes It puts you into parasympathetic nervous system function, which we're able or we're supposed to be in most of the time, and we're not. Did you know that macadamia nuts and bananas are a great snack for a depressed mind? Lemon balm tea also helps tame the brain. Are you doing meditation, yoga, tai chi, something? Because as Albert Einstein is attributed to have said, insanity is defined as doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Now, I don't know if he really said that, but it has great merit for us if we use it. I'll not rag on a quality cup of coffee in the morning. On the contrary, not quantity, but quality. No pollutants, plain. Doesn't have to be expensive from some coffee house, but organic and properly roasted is important. Move. Our body has 2 arms and 2 legs for a purpose other than holding a cup of crap or holding yourself up or reaching for the remote. It rejuvenates, motivates, activates our immunity and circulation, as well as helping our digestive and lymphatic systems. Get outside, soak up some sun, which leads us to finding your joy. Focus on positive outlets, people, relationships. An old adage that works for some is fake it till you make it. Operate as if we were all well, true, correct, shiny, happy, free. Watch children. They laugh. How many times a day do you? It's most difficult to be joyous if you're run down, so the next one's a no-brainer as well. Get rest and sleep. Everyone operates on a different requirement for a different quality of sleep. Find your number and achieve it on a regular basis. Drink an herbal tea, take a magnesium product, or consider herbs like valerian, supplements like melatonin. Talk to your healthcare practitioner for choices that fit you. You don't have to chemically castrate yourself, shutting off your body's ability to produce sleep for itself. You can support natural rhythms with good orderly direction. You can achieve the necessary rest. How about using this opportunity to buy delicious high-grade quality chocolate as a tiny sweet snack? Make a cup of chamomile tea with lavender essential oil going and have a small treat of dark chocolate at night. Another one, how about pain? As I pass some pain clinics passing out their pills with long lines early in the morning, I see people standing out there come rain or shine. Makes me work harder for my patients to aid them in finding a better way. Taking care of ourselves first and foremost preserves our ability as we age. It helps us be free of interference. If we keep our nervous system free of interference by keeping it in alignment, if we change our structure, this is why I became a chirodoc. But I also know that my structure needs the right fuel, the right function to achieve the right outcome or expression of my life. Although controversial with some docs, I have my patients ice. I have them ice for pain. I know I've heard it all, like my experience with this and that, but like my experience with hydration, if I have a child that has a high fever, I'm going to put them in cold water, not hot, to reduce that inflammation. So pain, edema, swelling, these are all inflammatory problems. A hot tub's far more popular than an ice tub, but it has its merit for muscle relaxation, but icing in the proper manner is far more beneficial for an overall pain aid. I have my patients ice 10 to 15 minutes at a time, not more or less in one sitting. This can be repeated as often as every hour if it's really a bad owie. I also recommend an apple cider vinegar bath once or twice a week. You can't do it any closer together than that because it'll draw out too much of lactic acid, achy, painy, causing problems. Put a cup and a half in bath water with good warm water to soak for 20 minutes in. It helps beyond measure many times. Of course, this is contraindicated if you're allergic or you have problems existing sitting for 20 minutes in a tub or problems with apple cider vinegar, but always give it the sniff test, as I call it, of common sense, or run it by your healthcare practitioner for an okay. Another tried and true help is Epsom salt baths. As this is magnesium, it's very effective for muscular relaxation, aches and pains. I'm trying to give you ideas that you can do yourself in these crazy times, but if you need help, consider chiropractic care, as this deals with far more than just pain, but what a help it is. as is acupuncture. It's been tried and true for thousands of years. Bottom line, educate yourself. Don't turn your will and your life over to anyone. Take steps to support yourself and others. If your best defense is a good offense, then take charge of your health. Don't ask for trouble ignoring the obvious, but don't live in a fearish atmosphere either that's created with all the hype. Glove up, mask up, clean up as if you have the virus and you don't want to give it to anyone else. How about that? Operate as if, allowing you to be in control of your health, easing stress and approaching the craziness with a sound game plan. Supplements: vitamin A, zinc, vitamin C, colloidal silver, colostrum polypeptides, high-potency beta-glucans, monolaurin, herbs like oregano, thuja, golden seal, more vitamins like D3, support of the adrenals, the thyroid, supporting liver detoxification, all support immune function according to scientific data. Since I try to look at these things through a scientific looking glass, I got to tell you the data on COVID-19 doesn't quite add up in the manner it's been presented. I believe in the future more will be revealed. I'm not saying it isn't an issue. I am saying that the issue of the topic of discussion in all realms of healthcare should be first and foremost, how do we combat the complacency that causes the general public to negate their own ability to help their health rather than depend on some external source? Don't depend on an external source to make it all okay. How can we empower people to make a positive change for themselves and loved ones? How can we best serve? To me, the spirit is in the last aspect of mind, body, and spirit. That's it. Spiritual support, counsel, encouragement. It's undoubtedly the foundation in which we can all gain the right pair of glasses to see with. This includes helping people find their joy. As all three of the mind, body, spirit blend together for me in encouraging others, I know the basis in which healing, help, and hope flourish is the positive vibration of love and joy. The resonance of joy expressed with a grateful heart is the balm of encouragement that heals itself. I have a strong sense of value in Christianity. Encourage others to find their strength and their understanding with love. So that's it. About 15 minutes of your life I've taken. I hope it's been encouragement to you to look within. I hope you can use some of these suggestions. If nothing else, you can laugh at my humble attempt to give you inspiration to find your way as we trip, fall, laugh, pick ourselves up, and try again. May you be blessed with the encouragement from a doc that is calloused knees from falls and prayer, but encouraged with a joyful heart. Thanks.